from 3, and Dellavedova was the man that was defending him the majority of the game.
Did you just not hear me say 0 for 4?
Brother, he cooked the shot or not.
But why? Okay, then why are you mentioning shot attempts then? Why are you mentioning 23 shot attempts when it was only 4? He's only responsible for 4.
Dellavedova was playing defense on that dude, and it was.
That's not true. Iman Shumpert
started
off on him. How do you think? Whoa. Right. No, it ain't okay.
No,
how do you think Klay Thompson got off? How do you think Klay Thompson got off? Why did Klay Thompson get off? And then we're gonna take a break after you answered it. How did Klay Thompson get off?
Dude, he
watched the
came
game
from the very beginning, make a shot
because they had Dellavedova on him. That's how, Mister. I watched the game. That's how.
Dude.
He wasn't on Steph the whole time.
I didn't say he was on Steph. I just said that.
Then you arguing with yourself then. Then you arguing with yourself then. Because either he was or he wasn't. Either my 0 for 4 trumps your 5 for 23 or it doesn't.
That dude played 42 minutes last night. And in basketball, damn it, you not go defend the same dude every time you come up court.
Is that right?
I'm not. That is right.
This is Sports Kings Live. I'm Big Mike. He's Rob Calloway. Don't forget, Spreaker.com is where we're being heard.
Y'all just don't want to say that white boy played a good game last night. Y'all just don't want to say that.
That's what he has to do. He's a white boy.
Y'all just don't want to say that.
Can I go to break? We're on Spreaker.com. You guys can also make sure you download the Spreaker app on your iPhone, your Windows, or your Android device. And we're also on Twitter, Sports Kings Live, at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We're on at Sports Kings Live. Also, the email address, sportskingslive@gmail.com. Make sure you guys are following us on Twitter because Rob will be texting out the link to the live chat room, which our guy Mark Cooper is already involved in, so you guys can join the conversation as well. We'll be right back after a few minutes, or a few seconds, I should say, and we're going to do On This Day before we continue our conversation on the NBA Finals. What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Big Mike.
Yep, and this is RC, Rod Calloway.
First of all, we'd like to thank everybody for being down with the Kings and for supporting Sports Kings Live.
Your listens, downloads, likes, and follows have allowed this show to grow by leaps and bounds in just a few months.
Now, if you have a product or a business and you'd like to promote it on this show,
it's simple. Just email us at sportskingslive@gmail.com. And once again, thank you for being down with the Kings.
It's Monday, man. Back in the building, as you can see. Odell, what is this?
Let's go!
Yeah. Already gone.
Turn up!
Already there. We're already there, son. Sports Kings Live, Big Mike, Rob Calloway. We're here on Spreaker.com. We're also on the Spreaker app for your Windows, your Apple, or your Android device. Make sure you download the app or you sit in front of your computer and holler at us. Get inside the chat room, man. Get into this conversation with us. Rob will be tweeting out the link at our Twitter account. You wondering what that account handle is? Okay, it's at Sports Kings Live. That's also the Instagram and Facebook account handle. You guys can email us, sportskingslive@gmail.com. All right, so before we went to break, very spirited debate. Now Coop is everywhere now. He's tweeting like some sort of stat situation with Dellavedova and all this kind of craziness. All right, so this ESPN thing is not telling me that he's 0 for 8 versus Dellavedova, not 0 for 4. All right, so here's the thing, and here's the part, and here's the thing that people don't want to look at. This is the side of basketball that kind of gets neglected. The fact that what David Blatt and the Cavaliers coaching staff decided to do with Steph Curry on the defensive end of things. You get a shooter, a dude that needs his legs to produce. You put him in a lot of action. You put him in the pick and roll action. You make him play defense instead of letting him rest on offense. So while everyone who wants to look at surface things and, oh, God, Dellavedova, yeah, Rob, you mentioned it. There are other facets involved. One being the fact that Steph played more defense than he probably has played all season because of how they made sure they kept him involved in pick and roll and start beating him up with big screens. But today, you turn on the TV, you hear any of that? Nah, because we need a story today. We need a story about grit and hustle and all this kind of foolishness. All right, somebody tell me. Somebody, jump into Twitter at Sports Kings Live, jump in the chat room on Spreaker, and let me know if this dude is going to be the catalyst. His defense on the MVP is going to be the catalyst to a Cleveland championship. Yeah,
well, clearly not.
I'll hang up and listen.
Clearly,
what you mean clearly not?
Said,
What you mean clearly not?
I already look. here's the deal, man.
Because if not, they're
the bottom
screwed.
Line is, no, the bottom. Okay, here's the deal. Like, just in the nutshell, not even going back to the last conversation, right? Because I knew me and you were gonna have it out about that last night. But here's the deal. LeBron James, LeBron James is LeBron James. And the one thing that I'll say that I just, going back to last night, like, I mean, he missed a lot of big shots, man. He missed a lot of shots last night. But the one thing is, man, he lets those dudes around him. He lets them. I ain't gonna say let them, but he makes them better.
Yeah, LeBron was 4 for 21 coming down the stretch. Those are a lot of shots you're talking about.
He missed a lot of shots.
4 for 21.
Yeah, he missed a lot. Yeah, he missed a lot. But at the same time, there were times that that court vision, and some lucky shots from some of those guys like James Jones, really saved the day.
Oh, that hot fry at the bottom of that bag, boy.
Yeah, he ain't even a hot fry. He that when you reach in the bag and you got that crunchy, it don't even look like the rest of the fries. It's like the runt. You know what I'm saying? You still got a little potato skin on it. You know what I'm talking about? That little fry. Like this. Basically like your pinky toe. Yeah, that's who James Jones is. Like, you forget about him until you stuck your toe on the side of the bed. There you go. Oh, damn, I forgot I had a toe right there. So, he hit some, because the thing about it is, man, Cleveland only playing like 2.5 dudes, 3 dudes off the bench right now. Like, they're depleted. So it's like, I'm not even, like, I know I made the prediction.
Mike effing Miller got some run last night, B. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Mike Miller was in that joint.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean,
somewhere puppies are dying on the interstate when that happens. Yeah. The white imbalance was going on last night, boy.
But like I say, LeBron put him on his back. I mean, and luckily between him and JR, they could have lost that damn game very easy.
Because JR is going to JR at some point. He is going to JR at some point.
Yeah, and he just kept shooting, and it's one of those things where luckily, that overtime, because they shouldn't even went to overtime, in my opinion. I think that, I mean, especially when you talk about LeBron missing that, missing shots right at the end. I mean, and had it not been for Dellavedova, oops, I had to bring that back up.
You don't care about Angels getting castrated. That's why.
Well, I'm saying, but he made that key play because he knew that he didn't even have a chance to make that layup. He threw the ball high off the backboard because he just knew he was going to get contact. So, it was a lot of things that end up going the Cavs' way after they blew that 11-point lead. It's just a few things that happened to go their way that kept them in the ball game. So,
I tell you what, let's do on this day and then come back and talk about some of these ancillary pieces, these pieces that I call the bullets, because I know Coop is waiting on this part of the show. Where is it? All right, here we go.
It's the Sports Kings.
On this day.
All right, let's go ahead and knock this out real quick. In 1961 on this day, the Milwaukee Braves set a Major League Baseball record with 4 consecutive home runs in the 7th inning. One by Eddie Matthews, one by Hank Aaron, the other one by Joe Adcock, and the other one by Frank Thomas. Yeah, y'all know Frank was that old, did you? Yeah. No, not that Frank Thomas. Daddy. Yeah, like Frank Thomas.
Wasn't that his daddy?
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know if it was his dad or not, but his name was Frank Thomas. I found that funny today. On this day in 1966, the NFL and the AFL announced plans to become the NFC and the AFC that we now know today. They made those plans in 66 to do that in 1970, 4 years later. On this day in 1969 was a very good year. The New York Yankees retired Mickey Mantle's number 7 jersey, also in 1969. See, told you. It was announced that there would be a single schedule for both the NFL and the AFL. On this day in 1986, the Boston Celtics won their 16th NBA championship. On this day in 1989, the Pirates scored 10 in the first. Oh, this is pretty funny, dude. Listen to this. The Pirates scored 10 runs in the first inning. It was their best inning output since 1942. At that point, the broadcaster, Jim Rooker, He said he would walk from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia if the Pirates lost. Rob, would you like to take a guess at what happened?
They lost.
The Phillies beat the Pirates 15-11.
11. Oh, 15-11.
And Rooker made the walk at the end of the season. That's awesome, dude.
Wow.
The Dallas Stars.
How far is their walk?
I don't know. I mean, it's two cities. So just think about it. You had to walk from, I don't know, here to Ellenwood.
To Atlanta?
Or either one, yeah.
Ellenwood ain't that far. Well, you know Ellenwood ain't that far.
That's a hell of a damn walk. I've done it before. I've walked from Southwest DeKalb to my house, and that's like on the border of Ellenwood. So, yeah, dude.
Your house that you grew up in?
Yeah. Not here, dude. Yeah, my house that I grew up in.
I know you lying.
Yeah, I do that. Never that. As an adult, are you crazy? You already know my rule. If it's over a mile, you gotta drive.
Oh my God!
On this day in 2000, the Dallas Stars and the New Jersey Devils played the NHL's longest scoreless game in Stanley Cup Finals history. The fifth game of the series that lasted 106 minutes and 21 seconds. The game ended with a goal by Mike Modano that allowed the Stars to play Game 6 back in Dallas. And finally, on this day in 2005, Alex Jeremiah Rodriguez, otherwise known as A-Rod, otherwise known as A-Royd, became the youngest player to reach 400 career home runs in a 12-3 win over the Milwaukee Brewers. And ladies and gentlemen, that is your Monday, June 8th edition of On This Day. Now, back to last night's NBA Finals game 2, in which the Cleveland Cavaliers, second overtime, too. First time in NBA Finals history.
It was like game 2.5. Yeah, game 2.5.
Both games, the first two games of the series in overtime. So we get some extra basketball. For all that layoff that we had to wait, they're giving us some extra now. Here's the thing, too. Like, for anybody who thinks that was – who tweeted that last night? And I think I retweeted. I think Bomani tweeted it, that it's basically just an NCAA basketball game masquerading itself as an NBA Finals game, and he couldn't be any righter. Like, dudes missing shots, and then you get this exciting finish at the end. Yeah, that has NCAA basketball written all over it. That's exactly how every tournament game goes. But for what it's worth, it's basketball. And you got no other choice if you want to watch basketball. It's those two teams or nothing. Or the WNBA, which, by the way, later on in the show, we'll be talking about again. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. In WNBA talk on Sports Kings Live. Okay, moving on from everyone's new favorite Australian, Matthew Dellavedova. The refereeing, man. And here's the thing. I'm not even this guy. I'm definitely not. Like, usually I'm the dude that's like, okay, things happen. But that refereeing last night, man. Wow.
It was atrocious.
Oh, wow.
It was atrocious.
Oh, look, like, okay, let's go kind of back to front. The Andre Iguodala play against LeBron James. I don't know where anybody else was while this game was being played, but I heard the contact. And because they didn't call the foul, I was like, well, hell, it sounded like he got all ball. No, it wasn't all ball.
Yeah, it was all arm.
That was that man's flesh that I heard through my TV.
Yeah.
Bow! I was like, what? Wasn't it Tony somebody, the referee, standing right there? I'm like, my man.
But you know what? That's the same crap that LeBron did to
Kevin Durant.
The KD.
I knew,
right there on the
I knew
same
you was going to think about that. God, I knew you was going to say that. When I saw it happen last night, I was like, oh, God, tomorrow it's going to happen.
It was in the it was in the same area.
The referee was standing in the same place. Like, everything was happening.
There.
Yeah. It was immediately as it happened. I was like, oh, Rob's going to break this up tomorrow.
What the hell are you looking at?
That was, not even looking, dude. I was like, I heard it through my TV. No, this is not me being hyperbolic. I'm thinking to myself, well, yeah, it might look like a foul, but he sounded like he got all ball. No, that's the sound of LeBron James's arm. Yeah, that. And then you had the, why can I never think about this kid's name? Sean Livingston. You had the tip dunk that they waved off that I believe. I've seen plenty of tip dunks, and it looked like from.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't above the ceiling.
Yeah, it looked like he caught it. Even when you see his hand had to move back to catch the ball. So, that happened. Yeah. I guess Rob Littell tweeted this vine of LeBron traveling. Like, it's like here's the thing. These referees are like F traveling in this whole series, dude. Because Andrew Bogut at one point, dude, took 6 steps to beat Draymond Green.
So did So did Mozgov.
Is that who I'm thinking about? I keep saying Bogut when I mean Mozgov. That's what I mean. The shot he made on Draymond.
He changed up his pivot and everything. Like,
I counted them, dude. Like in slow motion, it was 6 shots, 6 steps, dude.
Now look, he turned one way on his right.